And then she gets pulled over, right? Cop walks up and she's sitting there with melting ice cream between her legs. Huh? Genius?
Must we start with the most crass imagery imaginable? It's hardly indicative of the book's broader thematic concerns, assuming it has any.
Broader concerns. The book is 4 Steps to the Perfect Fake Date by Lilian Monroe. Or was it 5 steps? Whatever. It's about fake dating your high school bully who's now a hot couple and stealing cookware. What broader concerns are there besides maybe needing bail money?
4 steps, and I highly doubt Ms. Monroe intended the central conflict to revolve around petty larceny involving kitchenware. She's clearly exploring themes of self-perception, the lingering effects of adolescent trauma, and...
Please, she's exploring how to pay her mortgage. And this Daphne character? Woof. All she does is whine about being boring because some loser ex told her so. My cousin Cheryl is like that after Gary dumped her. Oh, am I too predictable? Yes, Cheryl, you are. Get a hobby.
While Daphne's internal monologue is admittedly repetitive, perhaps bordering on pathological navel-gazing, it speaks to a deeper insecurity complex. Possibly avoidant personality disorder, triggered by the initial rejection.
Oh, here we go. Dr. Armchair. She's not disordered. She's just annoying. One review literally said, Daphne was too frustrating. Her constantly thinking of how she's a misfit and boring was annoying. See? Annoying. Even people online agree. And they never agree on anything.
Some people online also think the earth is flat. However, I concede the point about her grating self-pity. It does make one wonder about Calvin, the broody sheriff. Why is he drawn to this vortex of negativity? Some reviewers felt he deserved better.
Because he's got issues too. Abandonment stuff, thinks he's not good enough, classic bad boy trying to go straight, it's hot. He tormented her in high school, now he's all protective. Yes, please. It's like that guy I dated who used to steal my lunch money in 8th grade. Turned out okay, mostly, until the restraining order. Anyway, Calvin's probably just glad someone's paying attention to him, even if she's plotting grand theft casserole dish.
Grand theft casserole dish. It's a Dutch oven, a cast iron pot, and the fact that this saga of one stolen cast iron pot, as one reviewer aptly put it, forms a major plot point is baffling, its narrative desperation masquerading as small-town quirk.
Are you kidding? The pot haste is the best part. Her grandma Mabel and her gang of geriatric delinquents planning to snatch it back. That's comedy gold. It's like Ocean's 11 meets the Golden Girls. Forget Daphne's whining. Give me the Grandma Crime Syndicate spin-off. They were the highlight, says so.
Highlight of what, exactly? A descent into twee absurdity. It stretches credulity thinner than Daphne's already fragile self-esteem. Is this book actually good, or are we just mesmerized by the sheer audacity of its silliness?
Okay, first off, don't insult the pot plot, it's iconic. Second, people are fighting online about whether this book is spicy or not. Some say mild spice, others say sexy as heck, not closed door, 3 chili peppers. Which is it, people? Make up your minds. I bet it's hot. Daphne might be boring. Maybe she's a secret freak.
The contradictory reports likely stem from subjective interpretation. What one reader considers mild, another perhaps someone less experienced might find...
Less experienced? Are you calling me easy? Just because you thought Moby Dick was subtle doesn't mean you know anything about actual heat. Remember, you thought the whale was a metaphor for... I don't even know what.
It was about existential dread and the terrifying indifference of nature, not whale conservation. And my point is, the spice level is irrelevant compared to the structural flaws. The romance apparently goes from nothing to in love in the span of a few pages. That's not character development, that's whiplash.
Maybe they just clicked. It happens. We got an email, okay, I got an email because people actually like me from Gary in Poughkeepsie. He asks, is Daphne single now? Asking for a friend who's crippling insecurity kind of hot. See, there's a lid for every pot, even a stolen one.
Good grief. Another listener email complained that the pot plot overshadowed the actual police corruption investigation mentioned, which, frankly, sounds far more interesting.
Boring. Who cares about financial crimes when there's a Dutch oven on the line? You know what, Calvin did deserve better. Not because Daphne's annoying, but because she hesitated on the heist. Coward. Go big or go home.
You've just completely reversed your position on Calvin. 5 minutes ago, he was the misunderstood bad boy.
I contain multitudes, like Walt Whitman or a really good Tupperware set.
Right, well, it's time to rate this experience. Despite the narrative incoherence and the protagonist's infuriating psyche, the sheer, unadulterated absurdity, particularly surrounding the cast iron pot, was memorable. I give it a C- for literary merit, but a B+ for baffling entertainment value.
Weak. This book knew exactly what it was. Ridiculous fun with some surprisingly steamy bits, probably. And the grandmas, I give it 5 out of 7 stolen Dutch ovens. High praise.
That rating system is meaningless, utterly arbitrary.
So is literary criticism. All right, folks. That's all the time we have for cookware capers and questionable life choices.
Join us next week on Heartbook Radio, when we'll be dissecting the controversial new release, My Sentient Toaster Oven Demands Blood.
Sounds spicy, maybe literally. Don't miss it.